Several years ago, the common alibi of police operatives in anti-illegal drug operations was that the slain suspects resisted arrest, an alibi that even the PNP Internal Affairs Services is not buying per its report on a DOJ-ordered review of more than 50 anti-illegal drug operations. Kenneth Paciente has more.
Suspects resisted. This is the frequent cause why a number of illegal drug operations resulted in the deaths of suspects. But the PNP Internal Affairs Service has doubts on this worn-out and frequent excuse from the police. This is based on the summary of information of 52 illegal drug war cases submitted by the PNP and reviewed by the Department of Justice. The angle of nanlaban or physical resistance wasn't given credence by the PNP-IAS, like the cases of Nave Peri Alcantara, Jessica Albaran, Dionisio Corpin, and Kelvin Pernes. They turned to be negative on paraffin tests and dactyloscopy examinations, meaning they did not fire guns, contrary to the claims of police involved in these operations. While in another case, the police was not able to present ballistics or paraffin test results to prove that suspects actually did resist and used firearms. And there were also times when authorities implemented excessive force and violence, like what happened to Carl Angelo Arnaiz and Juan Elias Jr. in Rodriguez Rizal, who was shot at close range. Some operations also turned out to be undocumented, with no preparation reports or filled-out coordination and chain of custody forms. But in the case of Crispin Vedaño, no documentation was presented to prove it was a legitimate operation. All the policemen involved in these operations were recommended by Internal Affairs for demotion, suspension, or even dismissal from service. The National Bureau of Investigation is gathering more evidence to be able to file criminal charges against certain uniformed personnel. Though this is a welcome development for the National Union of People's Lawyers, the group said that somehow the government has fallen short on enforcement. But Justice Secretary Menardo Guevara reiterated that the DOJ will also examine other illegal drug operation cases of the PNP. The PNP meanwhile asserted,
"Tinitiyak ko ang buong pakipagtulungan ng PNP sa NBI. Walang mangyaring takipan at ating pananagutin ang may dapat panagutan."
Malacanang also commended the DOJ for this development.
These findings of the DOJ will belie all claims that the President is responsible under the principle of command responsibility, because on the contrary, it proves that the Philippine state has in fact investigated and prosecuted individuals for this extraditional killing.
Kenneth Paciente for The Nation.